Well, the officials for tonight's game are Don Rutledge, Steve Welmer, and Tom Rucker.
Pat, what's going to happen here, you'll probably see a tee in the first half. Don Rutledge tees right quite quickly, and Steve Welmer also will tee up quickly.
You seem to know a lot about technical fouls, Coach.
Well, you got to understand referees. You got to scout them like you scout teams.
We're ready to go. Marquette in blue and Iowa State in yellow. The Golden Eagles have the ball. Crawford gets it to Hutchins. Hutchins, the top playmaker and a good shooter. His jumper beat Iowa State a year ago in Milwaukee.
They play right up on you. They belly up right tight.
Pieper, a three-pointer right down the bottom of the net.
That's what Mike Dean tries to do at the start of every game. He wants a three-ball shot immediately out of the gate. That gives him tremendous confidence now to get off the snide. That means get on the board.
Welcome back, Anthony Pieper. He had missed 3 games. It's 3-0 Golden Eagles. That's his 13th three-pointer of the year. Inside, the shot by Cato blocked. Cato gets it back. Foul on Abraham.
Bicel got him the first time up all leather. For the second time, he fouled him. Watch the play down low. He gets all leather on this. Nice quick jump. Now Cato gets the ball back, and there's the foul. Good call by the refs.
Cato and Abraham, Coach, you're looking at 2 of the best shot blockers that you'll see in one game this season. Cato, look at that, had 11 blocks in one game on the 30th of December against Pan American.
Cato is a little better shot blocker than Faisal Abraham because of his size and because of his quickness. Where Abraham is a one-time, he goes up one time, where Cato could be like on a pogo stick or on a trampoline.
Kelvin never played high school basketball, a senior out of Decatur, Georgia, 6'11", 255 pounds. Had 10 points against Missouri last Saturday night. He clanks another one. The ball, however, maintained by Sean Bankhead. Iowa State still has it. 3-0 Marquette, first minute of the game.
They'll go to Willoughby this time.
Pratt. Cato tip no good. Second tip no good. Finally, Abraham's got it for the Golden Eagles.
They allow that, they'll lose the ball game. They got to box out on the offensive board.
Hutchins missed. Tip no good by Abraham. Here comes J.C. Holloway. Up court to Cato. Cato scores, shooting over Anthony Pieper. 3-2.
Well, he's not bashful, Cato. I think he has about 7 shots already, and that one went off the front of the rim.
Hutchins feeds Pieper on the left. He gets an Abraham screen. Abraham open inside. Hutchins finds him. Cato blocked it. Crawford has it. Crawford lost it out of bounds. I thought somebody hit it, Coach, but apparently not.
It was down in the paint. There's a lot of hands in there that particular time. Here's the one off the front of the rim by Cato, just the play before this, which got them off the snide. The score is 3-2 with 18 and change left. Now here's where it goes up. Cato blocks it by about a foot. Right there, the ball went off the knee of Crawford. Good call. I would get the ball if I was the Cyclones right now to Willoughby, number 22.
Willoughby is their top scorer. Holloway gets it to Willoughby. Willoughby to Bankhead. Pull up off the dribble. Too hard. And the rebound is put back in by Sean Bankhead.
One of my keys to the game is they had to box out offensively. That's why Mike Dean called the timeout. They already had about 6 putbacks.
It's only a 20-second timeout. I saw one of the officials, Al, you mentioned that there might be a tee early in the game. Don Rutledge was staring long range at Mike Dean.
I think you see a tee in the first half. I would right now, and I'm not second guessing, I can only coach a game when I announce it, is that when Peep hits his first shot, Anthony Pieper, you got to get the ball back to him. When a guy, especially when he hits an outside shot, get the ball back to him.
Folks, you can check out the latest Golden Eagle stats on the internet at www.gomarquette.edu. Powered by the Professional Control Corporation, leading edge solutions for business and manufacturing.
Slight pressure up court by the Cyclones, just to take a couple extra ticks off the clock. Peeps should come around a curl.
Marquette down by 1. Shaw has it blocked, gets it back. The fans thought he might have traveled. The shot clock down to 10. Hutchins fades, banks it in beautifully.
Ooh, a prayer. I don't think that was a bank. I think it was playing it straight. Hit too low on the glass. But he'll take it.
It's 5-4, Marquette leading.
I don't like Iowa State shot selection, but who am I to say they're 10-0 and number 4th in the nation.
Here's Pratt. Forced it, missed it. Crawford, a strong rebound.
Ooh, that's the highest I've this year have seen Crawford go up.
Hutchins pulls up and fires. He's got another one.
That's the little general's key shot. Was that 3 or 2?
A two-pointer, Al.
Okay.
7-4 Marquette. Nice screen by Shaw at the top of the key to help get him open.
Both teams are playing hard man-to-man. Holloway doesn't want to shoot, so Hutch can lay off him.
Bankhead to Pratt. Forced it up, and it goes.
Nice. Pratt knows how to use his body. He has a wide body, especially down low. He's only 6'4", but if he gets the ball down low, he knows how to use his body to get the shot off.
Now Pieper gets away from a reach from Pratt, then to Hutchins. Marquette leading by 1. And the shot by Abel Joseph blocked out of bounds. Another block by Cato. Time called in the first half. 16:07 to play.
Cato goes up real fast in this situation. Gets all leather again. I think Joseph's going to have to head and shoulder fake. Get Cato up off his feet, then come down underneath him, create the foul situation. They got to get Cato in foul trouble if they want to win this ball game.
Mike Bargan checking in for the Golden Eagles, giving Crawford his first break. 7-6, Marquette leads.
Crawford did not get a shot in the 4 minutes that were played. Good defense by the Cyclones on him.
Here's Willoughby, his first shot. Dedrick Willoughby, a three-pointer to give Iowa State a 9-7 lead. Abraham against Cato, has it blocked. Hutchins has it.
They're forcing it down low instead of faking and getting them up in the air first.
Hutchins feeds out to Jared Levette.
Plenty of time on the clock, 23 seconds.
Hutchins against Willoughby. Finds Pieper. Then to Bargan for a 3. Mike Bargan, a beauty.
Big basket, especially because his parents are here. His dad used to be the assistant coach at Nebraska under Danny Nee, who at one time played at Marquette when I was coaching there.
The Iowa State Cyclones, one of 5 unbeaten ball clubs in the NCAA. Here's Pratt. Pratt fouled by Abraham.
You notice this foul was created because Abraham bent his arm in. If he would have just jumped straight up, there would have been no foul. Now watch Abraham. Here comes the ball down low. Now watch him bend the arm down. See, once you bend the arm down like that, the ref always blows.
Head coach Mike Dean, 53 wins in his 3rd year here at Marquette. 53-22.
You can't put the Cyclones on the foul line. They'll beat you. Against Missouri, 2-3 days ago, they beat Missouri out at their place. They shot, I think, something like 18 for 23. Missouri only had 6 foul shots.
Al, for the season, they have almost a 3-1 advantage in terms of made free throws against their opponents.
This year and last year, they have made more foul shots than their opponents have taken. It's one of Tim Floyd's key to his coaching career.
It's a 10-10 tie in the first 5 minutes. Mike Bargan, a three-pointer. In and out. J.C. Holloway wings it up court to Willoughby on the left side.
Bankhead was looking for an alley-oop that time. They didn't feed it over. Bargan covered him.
Now Cato and Levette jostling for position. They called Cato for the elbow foul.
Yeah, Cato gave a swim elbow that time. Didn't catch Levette, fortunately. Levette was bothering him from the backside. Watch Levette banging him down low. Now, this is a shot before when Bargan made. All net. Bingo.
It's a 10-10 tie. We'll be right back. The Conference USA standings are sponsored by Golden Guernsey Dairy. Reach for the double G's. And most teams have only played one conference game. I see UAB has played a couple so far. They've lost them both. Louisville. Keep an eye on Louisville. They look very tough this season. They are 2-0. And in the blue division, of which Marquette is a proud member, Cincinnati and Marquette winning their openers. Cincinnati at St. Louis and Marquette at home against Southern Mississippi. Al, what are your thoughts after 5 minutes?
I think it's an excellent ball game. I think Marquette has a serious problem with Faisal Abraham picking up a second foul this early. They got him sitting on the bench. They're going to need his physicalness in there in this particular ball game. And I also think that the baseline trying to out-jump Cato instead of out-faking him, get him up in the air and get him into foul trouble. If you don't get Cato in foul trouble, your hard job to win this game.
Crawford inside. He is called for a charging foul against Cato. So Crawford has the foul. It's his first.
Nice position. Didn't put the ball down. Again, I think an excellent call for a charge. I'm surprised Cato didn't try to go up and block it. Normally the blockers like to get up there, and by putting your body in there, you can usually create a defensive foul.
J.C. Holloway, the point guard. This is Bankhead. Cato sets a big pick. Now Willoughby to the baseline left.
You can't let Willoughby shoot from the outside. He got one out there already.
Cato. Bankhead the assist. Cato scoring. And Iowa State leads by 2. 14 minutes to play in the half. John Cliff. Long rebound. Cliff gets his own board. It's off the hand of Hutchins, out of bounds.
Cliff is so quick. What he has to do in his career is to learn to take this quickness and harness it, and only turn it on when it's needed to be turned on. Like that pass to Aaron Hutchins then was too quick of a pass. He chased down his own missed shot, got a new clock. They had 35 seconds to face up, but the pass was almost too hard. Yogi Berra couldn't have handled that pass.
12-10, Iowa State leads. 6.5 minutes deep into the game. Here's Kenny Pratt. Pratt had 27 against Marquette a year ago. He's got the ball now. Bankhead. Pull up quickly. Badly off the mark. Cato kept it alive. Pratt has it. Pratt missed. And Jared Levent the rebound.
Too many offensive boards. You can't give him that many shots.
Crawford inside. Scores.
That's big for the Golden Eagles because it gets him off flat. Now he has a basket. He can get into the action. I thought Hutch and Crawford got to score 32 points for them to win in this combined in this game.
Open is Holloway. Too hard. Long weak side rebound to Cato, and he's traveling. There's a big crowd here tonight, Al. It's not a sellout, however. Up in the corners of the building, there are lots of empty seats. School is not in session. We're looking at a crowd of about 12,500.
Yeah, the place holds 14,020. Students be here, be SRO. That's a break for Marquette. The students aren't here.
Iowa State a perfect 10-0 this season. The game is tied at 12. Hutchins threw it away.
Wasn't that bad of a pass. I thought Shaw should react and went up and got it. And watch the pass. Backs up. And he's trying, because Shaw got inside position, but Shaw didn't go up for it. Should be able to make a little hay now with Cato out. I'd go right down low and force the ball inside, especially against the Kiwi, number 55.
From New Zealand, Tony Rampton.
New Plymouth. That's on the North Island of New Zealand. Whatever you want to know about New Zealand, I know. More sheep than people. Oh, you can't let him shoot from there.
Willoughby missed. Pieper committed the foul.
Bad foul. He'll go to the foul line for 3 shots on that one.
Pieper off balance as he was fighting through a screen, I think, Al. And he stumbled into the shooter, who was beyond the arc.
I also think he was trying to protect his left shoulder a little bit. That thing isn't 100% yet.
How can you tell?
It's just the flow. My eye catches that. You know, coaching is what you allow yourself not to see, but you see everything. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
And you're the first person that ever understood it then.
Here it is again.
Yeah. Like I said, the difference between the fly droppings and the pepper. He's going for the trifecta now. This kid's good. This kid's a player.
Coming in is Clay Edwards, replacing Kenny Pratt. Pratt was academically ineligible in the first semester. He's been in a little bit of trouble lately. Here's the second one, or the third one by Willoughby.
Yep.
He makes all three, and it's 15-12 with 12 minutes to play first half.
Nice 1-2-2 pressure up court. It's broken. You should get the shot.
Mike Bargan very short.
Looks like Iowa State wants to build the tempo up a little bit with Cato out of there.
Holloway played on 4 state championship teams in high school in the state of Kansas. Holloway's got it. Inside to Tony Rampton.
He really runs the show, Holloway. That's a walk.
Edwards from the left side has given Iowa State their biggest lead. It's 17-12.
He's not a big scorer. Edwards is more of a banger and a role play all the way.
Hutchins scores, and he's fouled.
He stepped in. That was a good call. Clay Edwards stepped in, 6'9". And the little general says 5'10". I'd think more 5'8". Here he comes. Gets the crack that they like, goes right in. Would have been a better no call.
Hutchins with a chance to complete a three-point play. Marquette down by 3.
That's only the second team foul on Iowa State. There's 4 on Marquette.
We've got a timeout on the floor. 11:16 to play in the first half. We've got a good one going in Ames, Iowa, with Iowa State leading Marquette by 2. Marquette down by 2 with Hall of Famer Al McGuire. It's Pat Hughes in Ames, Iowa. In the first 5 minutes, Marquette's big man, Faisal Abraham, was whistled for a couple of fouls. He has not played since. Do you think he'll sit out the rest of the half, Coach?
If the game stays close, but if the Cyclones move up, then you'll move him back in. He's not really expendable in this game. Most games he is. He's not an offensive weapon, but he's so important to this club.
The Iowa State Cyclones under Tim Floyd.
Floyd setting up a trap. Excuse me, Pat.
Go ahead, Al.
A trap there. There it is. They got it.
Richard Shaw. Shaw to the trailer. Hutchins, and a blocking foul on J.C. Holloway. Shaw may have gotten away with a travel.
He got away. He had indecision. He had to get his mindset and go down for the dunk. Then he tried a late pass. He should have bounced past it to the left to Hutch. Then Hutch was fortunate enough. Here's the turnover. Now he should have just got his head. See, he lost dribble there. Now he tried to pass it over to Hutch, and they call step in. So that's the 3rd team foul on the Cyclones.
Marquette has 4 team fouls. Shaw on a roll got the pass from Hutchins and a foul, or was it just knocked out of bounds?
Knocked out of bounds
by the Cyclones.
By ISU.
Marquette ball left to the goal baseline. Pieper to make the inbound pass.
That wasn't Shaw's fault that time. That was Aaron Hutchins that gave a bad pass that time.
Here's Pieper, a runner. Good from 12 feet.
Peep is back when he makes that one. The injury's 100% better. No, you make that type of a shot. That's not like making a standing 3.
A tie game midway through half number 1.
Once the game became tied, they get Cato off the bench, bring him back in. He's their strength on the boards.
Offensive foul on Stevie Johnson. He ran over Anthony Pieper.
Anthony Pieper stepped in there, sacrificing his body. With that injury, I prefer he wouldn't do that, but he's a competitor.
Iowa State really doesn't have a whole lot of offensive rhythm going in this first half.
They kind of beat you on great talent. See, Cato now plays a one-man zone back there. He doesn't really play short. He plays a one-man zone. He floats just like a free safety in football or a center fielder in baseball. I'd put it up, Bargan.
Crawford will. He's got it. A 2-pointer only to give Marquette a 19-17 lead. Marquette has scored 7 straight.
You got to get Willoughby more into the game.
Here's Willoughby right here, Coach. He's got it. What a pretty shot.
Yeah, you got to get him into the ball game. He's definitely a pro. Definitely a pro.
Mike Bargan. Rebound to Cato. Iowa State leads by 1. Holloway wisely slows it down. Feeds Willoughby off a screen. Hutchins.
Big time play by Hutch.
Saves it to Pieper.
Numbers aren't there. Back it up and set it up offensively. Good backup.
Hutchins a 3. Shaw the rebound. Out to Bargan.
Fresh clock.
Marquette down by 1. 9 minutes to play. First half.
Get it to Crawford. Pull Cato out. Keep Shaw out high. Pull Cato out. Get it to Crawford down low.
Bargan called for the foul. Away from the ball.
Yeah, weak side pick. Too much body Bargan put on.
Jared Levette checking in for the Golden Eagles, replacing Shaw.
Refs are doing a great job. They're letting them play. There's only 4 fouls on Iowa State and 5 on the Golden Eagles.
Well, one of your keys was keep Iowa State off the foul line. They haven't shot all that many free throws.
They will more in the second half a lot of times, Pat, because defense gets tired in the second half. At the end of the first half, they start tiring. They stop using their feet. They start using their arms and your hands. Use your arms and your hands on defense is a no-no. I lay off this kid from outside there, Crawford. This kid's good.
The shot clock down to 5. Edwards out to Holloway. He'll put up a 3. That's their biggest bucket of the half.
He'll only shoot when necessary. He looks to pass first, shoot second. He's the coach on the floor. Holloway.
That got the crowd into it. Iowa State leads by 4.
I get it down low to Crawford.
Hutchins.
Nice pass.
Wow. For the layup.
Wow, what a pass, Pat. Unbelievable.
Hutchins to Levette for a big bucket for Marquette.
That was a wraparound drop pass. Took the crowd back out. Stopped the run. They're starting to smell blood.
Johnson missed. Edwards has it. And now
Pieper shouldn't have done that. That'll be a technical foul too, I believe. Let's see. Technical and a foul. So that's 2 personal fouls on Pieper.
Pieper and Holloway.
Pieper, the only thing I can say, he didn't close his hand. He swung an open hand, but he was picked on the high post. And something happened before it, but your reaction doesn't help. It's what you do that counts. So this could be a 2-shot. There'll be a 2-shot foul with the ball. They get the ball back.
Willoughby on the line. I'm not sure if Pieper was ejected.
No, he's not ejected. No, they would have ejected him. I don't think.
Pieper took a swing at Holloway, and it was right out in the middle of the floor where everyone could see it. And Willoughby will shoot the technicals. 2 free throws. This is not the guy you want on the line if you're the opponent.
Plus, he's a go-to guy. He's excellent off the dribble moves. Can hit from 3-ball land.
81% free throw shooter. He is 5 for 5 on the line tonight. Iowa State by 4. 7.5 minutes to play first half. As Mike Dean talks it over, we'll be back in a minute. We got a good one going in Ames.
Like to drink? Juice, orange, root beer, soda, cola, and Guernsey milk. Please?
Taste the quality and reach for the double G's. Bring 'em a golden Guernsey.
check a lot of bags for TWA. Send them to places like JFK and LAX. Now I'm checking quite a few to CUN, LAS, even YYZ. Along with those to PBI, MCI, and MLI. Way overpacked for MCO. More like DEN or something.
For over 90 cities worldwide, think Trans World Airlines. We're up to something good.
SFO, SAN, SRQ, SNA, SEA.
Not one, but 2 quarter-pound beef patties. 3 slices of melted cheese. 8 strips of crispy bacon. They say the world is getting smaller, but what's really happened is that the burger has gotten bigger. Introducing the Monster Burger, only from Hardee's. What will they think of next? Breakfast, as in the Monster Omelet Biscuit, with plenty of ham, bacon, and cheeses.
We're going to take a look at the play that got Anthony Pieper an unsportsmanlike foul a minute ago.
Now, Pat, what happened there, open hand, it's an unsportsmanlike foul. It's a true shot and the ball out, plus it's a foul against the team. So now, Iowa State's in the 1-1, which is very important.
Pieper has 2 fouls individually. Al mentioned Marquette has 6, Iowa State with 4 team fouls. Now, Iowa State leads by 4.
Now, if they make a basket now, the big thing about the technical is a 4-point. This is spread out now. They spread the court out. Try to get the ball to Willoughby or Pratt in open court. But now, if they score now, it's a 4-point play. You can't make up for a 4-point play. There's a big stop here.
Cato. Pratt the rebound. Levette the rebound.
Nice power rebound by Levette using his body.
Jared Levette tries a 3. He's got it.
Wow, that's the second one this year.
He hit one at Dayton the other night, and he makes it a 1-point game.
The Golden Eagles dodged a big bullet. It was a house that they dodged just then. It wasn't one of those Lone Ranger bullets.
Now number 11 in yellow, DeAndre Harris, a junior out of Milwaukee's Washington High School, is in. Here's Willoughby missing a jumper. Cato kept it alive. It goes to Pratt, and he scores.
Again, then, Pratt used his body, his wide end. He did a disco move. That's what he's famous for. He's the kid out of Chicago. Now watch Pratt down low. There's the tap. He's down low. Now up goes Levette. See that disco move? That's how he ends up getting these 3-point plays and getting on the foul line.
That's 11 offensive rebounds for Iowa State in the first half. Pratt cannot consummate the 3-point play.
It's a miracle Marquette this close with 11 offensive rebounds for the Cyclones. Polanowski's in there now. He usually comes out shooting.
Hutchins to Crawford. We've got a foul away from the ball. Polanowski, a moving screen, I believe. And that'll put one of the Cyclones on the free throw line.
That would be 1-1. And this is just what Coach Dean didn't want it to become, a foul shooting game. The only club in the country that takes this many foul shots against how many of the opponents. Now, I told you earlier, against Missouri 3 days ago in the Big 12 conference game at Missouri, they took 6 fouls, and I believe that Iowa State took 22.
They are 6 for 10. Bankhead misses, but Cato's got it. Another offensive rebound. Willoughby. Shaw, good position that time.
That makes it 12 offensive rebounds, and you're only down 3. It's like the miracle of loaves and fishes.
Hutchins weaving his way in. Hutchins tries a 3. Pratt the rebound.
Crawford got to get on the boards more.
This is DeAndre Harris, the kid from Milwaukee.
As you told him earlier, out of Washington High, came here out of a junior college. Very quick.
Pratt lost it. Shaw picks it up. Jump ball. Possession arrow going toward Iowa State's goal.
The Harris kid out of Milwaukee has tremendous speed, but sometimes he gets out of control. He likes an open court, which we call a blacktop game. A lot of spin moves and chucks and so forth. Man's free in the left.
Bankhead shot, no good. Foul on Shaw. Bankhead snuck in on the left side and took the pass.
After the mistake, Shaw made a good move, fouling them, not giving them the chippy layup and possibly a three-point play. Bankhead seems to throw up balls. See, there's the play. Good foul. Make him make the 2 shots from the charity line, which is 15 feet out. I was saying about Bankhead, he seems to throw up balls. He doesn't seem to have a soft touch. Let's see what happens on this foul shot.
Abel Joseph comes in, replacing Richard Shaw. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Hardee's, home of the Monster Burger. What will they think of next?
Oh, he buried that one. He's a transfer of junior college, Southern Idaho.
They've got a lot of transfers on this team. Kenny Pratt and Derek Willoughby and Kelvin Cato and this guy, Sean Bankhead.
Well, they call him Dr. D because he's the key defensive man on the club.
It's a 5-point lead for Iowa State.
Bankhead is covering Crawford down low, Pat. They lay off Joseph. They won't come out and play him.
Hutchins is open for 3. He's got it. That's a big one right there.
Hutchins felt he got hit on that one.
Marquette down by only 2.
Yeah, Marquette won't go away.
Pratt fake left, dribble right. Pratt very strong at 6'5", 230.
Yep, and he's a scorer. That means he can put the ball in the hole many, many ways. He doesn't shoot from the outside. Crawford has good position.
Cato blocked it.
Cato psyched him out that time.
Cliff missed it.
Good shot by Cliff, but he has to get his balance more on those curls. He's still leaning to the left. He came off a nice pick that time, but he got to get his balance. Here's inside. He got faked out by, or he got psyched out by Cato. Crawford did on that replay.
31-27, Iowa State leads. Just over 4 minutes to play first half. That's 5 blocks for Kelvin Cato in the first half.
Now the red and gold is spreading it out more. They're trying to make it a one-on-one situation. Let Willoughby and Pratt penetrate down low. It's the most difficult time to play good defense. The last 4 minutes of the half, because you're starting to get tired.
The shot clock down to about 10. Here's Kenny Pratt.
So you see that lean again. He gets his body in there.
3 on 4. Hutchins off balance.
Oh, that's
what
a runner. That was a legitimate bank. Oh, just give me 5 Hutchins and I'll go to war against any country in the world. And I'll win.
He's got 12 first half points to keep Marquette within 2.
Marquette's 1 foul away from the bonus foul. He's going to lean, watch him lean his body in. That's what he does.
Rebound to Hutchins. The Golden Eagles can tie right here.
Bounce it. Nice bounce. Oh.
Shaw lost it out of bounds.
Good bounce pass. The bounce might have been too close to Shaw's feet. Bounce, interior bounce is the way to pass on a fast break like that.
31-29. We'll be right back. On tonight's halftime show, we'll have a conversation with Assistant Athletic Director Tom Ford, brought to you by Ameritech, your link to better communication. And we'll also have a special segment of Al McGuire's Marquette Memories. Tonight, we take a look back at Al's years 1964 through 1971 in part 1 of a 2-part series, the Al McGuire Glory Years. Iowa State has shot 13 free throws and made 8. Marquette just 1 for 1. That's a big difference.
Oh, my God. You take 13 free throws to 1. They probably move it up now because the next foul by Marquette's a bonus. They get 2 shots every time. I would attack the middle now if I was Marquette because Cato's out of there.
Holloway with the shot clock down to 7. Willoughby top of the key. It's down to 4. Pratt will lean in and score, and he is fouled.
You got to double down on Pratt. He just knows how to use his body. See, they isolate him on the side. Now, once he gets the big man down low, the big man's dead. He gives you that disco move. He bounces off. He gets his balance off the contact of the defensive man. It's like a great end. Some of the great ends in the NFL do better when they're hit before they catch the ball. That's a foul.
Missed a free throw, but your buddy from New Zealand, Tony Rampton, committed the foul.
From the North Island, New Zealand. The beauty is really in the South Island, New Zealand. Milford Sound and Mount Cook. Southern Alps run down the spine of the South Island.
It's a 4-point game. Marquette trails. 2.5 minutes to play first half.
They go to a zone, a 2-3 zone. First zone tonight.
Shaw scores. Nice pass by Jared Levent.
Give Levent half the credit for that. They went to a 2-3 zone, which now should open up the outside shooting. Tim Floyd, the great coach from Iowa State, trying to save Cato for the second half.
That's it. Good free.
Holloway, keeper doing a nice job defensively on Willoughby. He's had very few open shots. Fading and missing is Rampton, and now Marquette can tie the game with 2 minutes to play in the half.
I'd work the clock a little bit. Be very patient. Make sure you get a good shot each time down.
Hutchins was
nice
fouled.
Bounce pass. Hutchins is so good, Pat. I can't, I'm getting to be a fan here, I guess, but he's so good. And never says anything. He's not a yeller. He's a leader by example. You know he's the leader. I don't care who's talking out there. Hutch is the leader.
Hutchins has 12 points and at least 3 assists in the first half, and a couple of others that could have been assists that were mishandled.
You notice Mike Dean never says anything to him. Mike leaves him alone.
How did you treat your star players? Did you do a lot of talking to them or leave them alone?
Some you whip, some you pet. Lloyd Walton reminds me a lot of this guy. I left him alone. Lloyd Walton's like to yell at me in the arena when it was filled. That's my man.
He's got another one. That ties the game at 33. Hutchins with 14 first half points.
I thought they changed their defense this time down. They did. They're going to a zone. They're going to a zone. Good call by Mike Dean. Now it's done the same thing. Good call. The zone, the token zone, matchup zone. Got to get out there fast.
Willoughby.
Too late. Too late. Absolutely too late. Dean's so upset with that he called a timeout. A 22nd, I believe.
Willoughby. Just 14 points in the first half.
See, even though they went to a zone, which you could alternate your defenses, but you always got to know where Willoughby is, because he's the 3-ball shooter out there. He is definitely the pro. Comes around the horn too late. They try to make up too late. All net.
That's his third 3-pointer. He is 3 for 4 from beyond the arc. Now, with a minute and a half to go, let's talk Marquette strategy offensively here, Coach, with this possession.
I think Marquette will be in this ball game if they get in at least 6 down. Over 6 down, they have some serious problems. I think they'll milk the clock down a little bit and then try to get the ball into Crawford down low. Now you got a different thing. I'm sorry, they got Cato's back in again, the one-man zone. So they've gone back to man-to-man. I would even go at Cato. I would drive at Cato. Try to get another foul on him.
Cato's got 1 foul.
Yeah, I try to get...
Here is a foul on Tony Rampton. He was holding against Abel Joseph. It's a common foul. That is team foul number 6,
yeah.
Or is that 7? That is number 7.
No, it's 7 fouls, so 1 and 1. I think the ref was wrong. I believe that's a 1 and 1.
It is.
Yep. That's Tim Floyd, the great young coach. Ball for the North Carolina State job last year for big money. Got a 5-year contract here, but he's the type of coach that every job that opens up, they're going to come by and knock on his door. He was successful at Idaho and successful at University of New Orleans.
He was the Big 8 Coach of the Year last year.
Yep. Should have been the coach of the year for the country last year, what he did.
He was the national runner-up.
His father was a coach.
Yeah, at down in the South somewhere.
Mississippi Southern.
Yeah.
Now Southern Mississippi.
Joseph made one, missed one. Levent on the floor, has the ball, tie up. It's a Marquette ball. Great hustle by Jared Levent.
Oh, big hustle a lot of ways. It gives them a fresh clock. They can milk it down under a minute. They put in an outside shooter this time. JC John Cliff moves in. They move Joseph out. Now they got really 4 scorers out there. And Levette can score now and then, but the other 4 guys are scorers. So look for an outside shot.
A minute, 18 seconds to play in a very entertaining first half. Iowa State by 2. Hutchins comes into Cliff, knocked out of bounds by Holloway.
Holloway got his hand in there.
And Bart Miller checks in, replacing John Cliff.
Again, Miller is an outside shooter out of Louisville, Kentucky. Freshman.
Bargan's pass into Crawford. Then to Bargan, top of the key. He traveled. After hitting his first three-pointer, Bargan has struggled for most of the half.
They got all mixed up in their assignments that time. One of the reasons might have been with Cliff coming out and Miller coming in. They're going to stay in a man-to-man. Now don't forget, every foul is a bonus foul if Marquette commits one.
The number 4 ranked team in the country, Iowa State, with the ball. Here's Pratt.
Pratt will take it up. He'll Mickey Mouse him around. No, he couldn't drive that time.
Willoughby.
That might end up a 4-point play.
Dedrick Willoughby, his 4th three-pointer. He has 17 in the first half. What shooting, Coach?
Oh, he's Willoughby he played down at New Orleans for Coach Tim Floyd. And when Tim Floyd transferred up here, Willoughby went to a junior college and came up here with Tim Floyd.
This is the second time he's been fouled on a three-pointer in the game. He made 3 free throws earlier. He's got 18 first half points.
Right now, you can't panic. You got to go for the good shot, which should be inside the Crawford.
Hutchins.
Oh,
what a play by Hutchins.
He seen Cato coming at him, and he came back door, used the rim as defensive mechanism.
Hutchins has 14 in the first half. It's a 4-point game. Iowa State leads. 30 seconds left, Coach.
They should take it down low, not give Marquette a chance. There's got a big break there now. Marquette will play for the last shot. 24 seconds left.
That'll be a free throw for one of the Golden Eagles, I believe.
Oh, it's a 1-and-1. Yep, they call the 1-and-1.
If it's a player control foul, it's not a free throw at the other end. But if it's a screen, a guy making an illegal pick, and a guy does not have the ball when he commits the foul, then you shoot free throws.
If Bargan makes these 3 throws, Pat, and Marquette wins the game, they won the game in the last 20 seconds. The play by Hutch and these 2. Nope, didn't make it.
Cato the rebound. Now Iowa State will probably try for the last shot.
Holloway should hold the ball all the way down. Willoughby should get rid of it and get position to get the shot. Give it back to Holloway. Give it to Holloway. Now get the position. They should start looking right now.
Pratt.
That's a walk. That's
Pratt.
a walk. Nope, they call a charge.
Pratt was out of control. A lot of contact both ways. It probably could have gone either way, but they call it on the defensive man.
I thought they were going to call a walk. How many fouls? He's going to get 2 foul shots now. How many fouls have they taken this half? 21? How many's Marquette taken? 4. 21-4. You can't beat Iowa State, ISU, by letting them get on the foul line. Now, it's a miracle that Marquette might only be going in 6 points down. There's time for 1 shot. There's 3.6 left on the clock. They might have to try a long looping pass down court.
You saw the free throw disparity. Pratt having a good first half with 10.
Got to break this. Come on, you got to get rid of it. Let it fly.
From
Hail Mary.
52 feet. Woo. High off the glass. No good. The first half has come to an end. Traveled. And a block by Abraham. Here's Kenny Pratt scooping it in.
Again, those moves that Kenny Pratt's making, the same move that George Thompson made 24 years ago.
Abraham, they go to Cato again. Cato blocks it. Holloway to Bankhead. It's a loose ball.
Nice
Willoughby.
defense by Aaron. Great defense by Aaron.
Holloway, top of the key. Iowa State leads by 7. This is an offensive foul.
Yep. Illegal block down low.
Kelvin Cato, his second foul.
3 important times in the basketball game. The first 3 minutes, the last 3 minutes, and the first 3 minutes of the second half. Always remember. Offense starts right away. It usually takes a little while for defense to start in the second half.
Marquette down by 7. They could really use a bucket right here.
Holloway doing a good job on Pieper.
Hutchins. Can't make that move. He went up in the air and then started to dribble.
Got to get the heads back in the ball game. They got bellying up more man-to-man. They're kind of being tilted right here. It's a very important time in the game to get your head into it.
Go ahead, Coach.
You want to get the ball down low to Pratt. Crawford cannot handle Pratt down low, even though Pratt's only 6'4" or 6'5".
There's Pratt. Good rebound by Abraham. Marquette still down by only 7. Hutchins to Levette for a 12-footer.
I want to tell you something. Levette scores at key times in the game. He seems to have the confidence. That's 7 points for Levette, and I bet he hasn't played 10 minutes.
He had a big three-pointer earlier. He's got 7. Marquette down by 5. Cato missing, and Levette the rebound.
Good play that time by Faisal Abraham, not to guard him. He's not going to hit that shot. Might be hit 1 or 2 out of 5.
Hutchins to Levette. Out to an open Pieper. Cato the rebound, and a foul on Levette.
Yeah, too much hands at the end. He tried to tie it up out of frustration. This kid Cato someday will be a pro. Catches the front of the rim, has to get that ball a little bit higher. Cato's so active underneath. Well, Levette's more of a physical player underneath.
It's a 5-point Iowa State lead. Iowa State 10-0. Bankhead. Cato the rebound. Blocked by Abraham. Saved by Levette.
Get the ball into the quarterback's hands. Need a basket right here.
Marquette has won 7 consecutive games. Hutchins to the baseline. He's open. He scores.
Well, I tell you what, Hutchins is taking Willoughby to school. And also Holloway, both of them.
Aaron has 18 in the game.
Tim Floyd, the coach, is up once more, moving offensively. Last few times down, the gold and red just stood around. Willoughby's coming off a nice down low pick there. He has the ball now. He wants to shoot. Got it.
Dedrick Willoughby has 20.
Crawford got away with a walk that time.
Abraham inside. Slams it down.
Nice play by Abraham that time. He gathered himself. Even though he got away with a 3-second call, he gathered himself for the dunk.
He was in that lane a long time.
Yeah, he was kind of napping in there.
It's a 3-point game, Coach.
Yep, I lay off Bankhead, I lay off Cato. I wouldn't lay off this guy.
Pratt traveled. He was gonna double team, then he hopped illegally.
Well, Mike Dean has made a good move, start to double down on Pratt. Here's a nice pass. Now watch him gather himself. 1005, 1006. He always in there for 5 seconds.
3-point game. We'll be right back.
Here's Hutch going to the side. He draws over Levette's man. Now you kick out to the charity line. Levette's absolutely free and buries it. Well, not a complete bury. It did a victory lap first.
Hey, you can check out the latest Golden Eagle stats on the internet at www.gomarquette.edu. Powered by Professional Control Corporation, leading edge solutions for business and manufacturing. With Al McGuire, Pat Hughes at Hilton Coliseum in Ames, Iowa. 15 minutes to play in the game. Marquette trails by 3.
They might come out with a zone now. Mainly because Rampton's in, the kid from New Zealand. No, they're playing man-to-man. I would get down low now with Cato out of there. Feed down low.
Keeper, top of the key.
There it is. Crawford got it. It should be 2.
Crawford scores. The basket is good.
Calls a foul on the charge.
After the release of the shot, so the bucket counts.
You'll notice that the ball leaves his hand before the contact. The ball leaves his hand, then the contact. That is the second personal foul on Marquette in this half.
It's a 1-point game, Coach.
Yep.
Here's Holloway.
Holloway does not look to shoot.
Open is Rampton, not really wide open. Back out to Holloway. The shot clock down to 15.
Watch Willoughby. It's Willoughby time. Here he comes around the pick. There he is. Nice kick out.
Stevie Johnson.
Give Tim Floyd credit for that set play. Double team on Aaron there. There's a man free.
Levette back out to Hutchins. Lots of time on the clock. Marquette down by 3. Anthony Pieper. Pull up and fire. Yes.
Nice move. He has to go for that move more, to kick away from the 3 and go in 1 or 2 dribbles and pull up. Marquette won't go away. Marquette win this game. They're in the top 25 in the country without a doubt. They're around 35 now, I believe.
Iowa State using lots of time on the clock here. Willoughby, jump pass broken up by Shaw, taken by Rampton, forced a shot, missed it. Shaw's got it. Marquette can take the lead. Here's Crawford.
Bad pass again. That pass has to lead him to the basket, not away from it.
Open is Shaw. He is fouled on the way to the bucket.
Shaw just cannot finalize. If anybody should be redshirted, I think Shaw should be. He just needs a little bit more physical. If you'll notice, when he's hit, he collapses. He's nice inside position. Good thinking by the Canadian here. He wants to give a dunk, but once he's hit, his whole body collapses. He doesn't have that strength. So here, being redshirted, I don't know if they can afford to redshirt him. He's a junior now.
Al, you mentioned Marquette will probably sneak back into the top 25 if they can win this one on the road in Ames. How much did you pay attention to national rankings when you were coaching Marquette?
Once you get there, you don't pay attention. Big foul shot, that makes the score one away, a tie.
Tied at 49.
You don't pay, once you're there, you don't pay attention to it. What happens, you cry, you shouldn't be there. But after you're there a number of years, you do it the opposite. We belong there, we're good. You come and beat us. You knock the stick off my shoulder. You write your name in my snow. That's an old thing.
Marquette leads by 1. 13 minutes to play.
Now they got the 2 quick guards out there. West should do a decent job on Willoughby. Willoughby should take him low.
Willoughby, another 3-pointer. What magnificent shooting by Dedrick Willoughby tonight. His 5th 3-pointer. And that wakes the crowd up. Marcus West into the game. Marcus with the ball.
Iowa State's trying to build up the tempo. They're trapping. The crowd's entering. Now they need a stopper right now to quiet this crowd.
The shot clock down to 5. Crawford missed it. And it's tipped in. Who got it? Was it Hutchins?
Hutchins made a move that to maybe alert the scorer that it was him, but I don't know who it was.
That's an old trick, isn't it?
Yep, you make a lot of moves that give you credit.
52 all. Still not sure who they gave credit to that last Marquette basket.
That's a walk.
Rampton calls a timeout, and he is tied up.
And it's Marquette's ball.
Tim Floyd screaming at the official, Don Rutledge. The big guy first traveled, then he tried to call a timeout, and then finally he was tied up.
He thought for a while he was walking to Milford Sound. That's the finest walk in the world. It takes 3 days. It's on the point of the South Island and by the Tasman Sea.
You get more than just basketball on Marquette television. Back in a minute.
The second half's going fast.
Let's take a look at the points in the paint. In the Paint is brought to you by Old Milwaukee, America's best tasting beer. Speaking of points in the paint, Richard Shaw got credit for that tip-in a moment ago. It was actually tipped in by Stevie Johnson of Iowa State.
Yeah. The nearest person to the opponent that tips the ball in gets credit for the basket.
It's a tie game at 52. Marquette ball. What a game tonight here in Ames, Iowa.
11 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game.
Open is Crawford. Chris tries baseline. Offensive foul.
Give Cato credit. He's an Emmy for that. But that's the third personal foul on Crawford. I don't think Mike will make a move. I don't think so. I think he'll leave Crawford in. Let's see.
He will for the time being, Coach.
I think so. I think he knows it's going to be a dogfight, and he needs the scoring power in there.
The undefeated teams are Kansas, Wake Forest, Oregon, Xavier, and this team, Iowa State. Willoughby. Pieper got the deflected rebound.
Good deflected rebound by Abraham. He couldn't control it, so he tapped it to one of his teammates. Anytime you can't get a rebound, tap it somewhere.
Crawford missed. Levette the rebound. He missed a follow-up, but he was fouled.
That's just a big, strong cheesehead.
He is from Blair, Wisconsin, a 6'10 sophomore.
Gets inside position, doesn't jump high, uses his body. So what's around 6'10", but the way he plays, he stretches up to 7.
Nice kid, too. Levette nails number one to give Marquette a 1-point lead with just over 11 minutes to play.
And I believe that's Levette's 8th point.
And you're right, they've almost all been critical points. He makes one, misses one. The Marquette Golden Eagles are brought to you in part by Golden Guernsey Dairy. Reach for the double G's.
Marquette solid man-to-man. Pratt wants the ball down low. Now he goes to his disco move.
He gets his own rebound. Now Cato missed a slam.
You
Pratt.
can't give him that many shots. Oh, great move by Faisal Abraham. The crowd's wrong. It was all leather.
Hutchins.
Oh, drop-off pass. Wow, back door.
To Abraham for the bucket. Marquette leads by 3. What a great sequence at both ends.
I'm surprised Iowa State doesn't call a timeout, because they stop them this time. Marquette can move to a comfort zone.
Willoughby. He finally missed. Levette grabbing the rebound. We're under 10 minutes.
Get a little bit of a comfort zone if they can score here. Look for Pete.
Crawford, a 3. Levette called for the offensive rebound, I believe.
Yeah, Levette moved underneath. Power move from the back. Good call by the ref. That's the 3rd foul on Marquette. A 4th, excuse me, on Marquette. Now watch here. He'll move right now. See him moving there? Oh, that was the dunk before. You can't give anybody this many shots on the offensive board. Marquette got to box out more.
Pratt then tried to tackle Levette at the bottom of that pile. Marquette leads by 3. Iowa State has the ball. 9.5 minutes to play.
Mike Dean says no 3-point basket here. Play him up close.
Cato missed a slam, but a foul on Levette.
That's
Willoughby,
the
a
fourth
good pass.
foul on Levette. That's very, very important. You got 4 on him and 3 on Crawford. They're going to take Levette out. Nice drop off. Stop the dunk. Excellent play by Levette. There's Levette just went out, and Faisal Abraham come in. Now Faisal has 3. It's a chess game by both coaches.
Let's keep an eye on the team fouls, Coach. That's 5 against Marquette, 3 on Iowa State. Kelvin Cato. One reason why he was recruited to come here to Iowa State after he transferred from University of South Alabama, when he played against Tim Floyd's team, he blocked 7 shots against New Orleans, and Tim Floyd remembered him.
Yeah, remember the 7 shots the kid blocked, and the kid left the school, and he said, come with me. So here he is up in Ames, Iowa.
He's got 6 blocked shots tonight.
Yep.
And
he's not a good shooter, so he's not a bad fellow to foul. It's like fouling Shaq with L.A. Lakers.
since he missed one, that already makes it a good foul by Levette. It's a 2-point Marquette lead. Hutchins against Willoughby in the backcourt.
Willoughby's trying to get the ball out of Hutchins' hands. That's why he's playing him so close. As long as you keep the ball in Hutchins' hands, you can win. Plenty of time left.
Shaw down low to Crawford against Marquette. Rebound to Clay Edwards.
Edwards is a role play. That was a key rebound.
Willoughby blocked by Abraham, taken by Pieper.
Abraham just saved 2 points that time.
That's his 4th shot block of the night. Marquette's lead is still 2.
Need more movement out of Shaw and Crawford. They got to move more. There it is.
Hutchins comes off a pick, takes a pass, tries a 3. Crawford a long rebound.
Take it back out, set up again. All the way this time.
Hutchins scores.
Might have got away with a jump stop that time. It could have been a walk.
Hutchins has been magnificent tonight with 20 points. Marquette with a 4-point lead.
Iowa State had Harrison here, number 11. He's quick. He likes to play the open court. There's the 5th block by Abraham. Unbelievable.
Here's Hutchins on the left. Hutchins all the way under.
Oh,
fades away.
Oh, I would have given the ball out to
Shaw. Shot blocked. Abraham's got it. Out to Hutchins.
Yeah, I should have given it to Pieper. That's where it belongs.
Shaw's got it. Great job on the offensive board. Pieper.
And he got hit. He should go to the foul line for 2. Harris got a piece of him.
Boy, great work on the offensive glass.
That's really the first heavy offensive glass hitting for Marquette.
Holloway comes back in. He replaces Willoughby.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Mike Dean, if Peep hits these 2, to put pressure up to try to create a turnover, at least at half court, if not full court. Let's see if he does it. Because he knows he's got a 5-point lead now. With a 6-point lead, he can gamble a little bit. Here he comes in with a smaller man.
Pieper makes 2. We're going to take a timeout with 7:40 to play in the game. Marquette with their biggest lead, 59-53. Let's take a look at the Hardy's hustle board. The rebounding about even. Marquette with 4 steals. And both the shot blockers have been having big games. Faisal Abraham of Marquette and Kelvin Cato of Iowa State. Al Hutchins gets a little bit of a break.
Yes, he has that sickle cell trace. He had some kidney problems. So you got to get Hutch out, especially before the prime time run. There's 7 minutes and change left, so they move Marcus West in. He'll only probably be in there for about a minute or so, and they bring Hutch back in rested. Nice move by Mike Dean.
Marquette has outscored Iowa State 23-12 in the second half. We are down to 7.5 minutes. Marquette leads by 6. Boy, would this be a huge win for the Golden Eagles. Long way to go, though. Bargan makes a steal. Marcus West has it.
Harris tries to do too much for the Cyclones. Harris will be coming out. You got inside position, Crawford. Put it up. Watch it. Good move by Johnson.
Let's see what happens with Hutchins not in the lineup right now. The shot clock down to 10.
Go on your own, Mark. You got it. That's it. He had to. The shot was counting down.
West missed a jumper, and Bankhead grabbed the rebound.
And in will come Aaron Hutchins next time down. Matter of fact, he's up already.
Timeout, a 20-second timeout called by the Cyclones with 6:40 to play. So Hutchins' breather, a very short one, but any kind of a breather is a real plus at this stage.
Plus, you got him mentally right. He knows he's supposed to take some oxygen. I watched him over the bench. He didn't take any oxygen that time, but he got enough rest. Now he's ready to go to the wire.
Iowa State calling the timeout. Do you look for them to go to Dedrick Willoughby?
They got to go to Willoughby or down low to Pratt. Now, what happened after halftime, they cut Pratt down in the post position down low because they're doubling down on him. So look for Willoughby to create.
Pratt has only had 2 points, Coach, in the second half. You're right, they have shut him down.
Give Mike Dean credit for that. But I look for Pratt and Willoughby right now, or Holloway, who has the ball right now. He has to start looking for the shot. He made the 2 3-point plays against Missouri that beat him at the end of the game last week.
Bankhead missed the shot, but he was fouled. That's team foul number 6 on Marquette.
Yep, they got to pick one more up on Iowa State. Iowa State's only committed 4.
Third foul on Richard Shaw of the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, you got to keep him off the glass. He's like a silent killer. He's like an assassin. I don't think he's that good of a foul shooter.
After you said that, you knew he would swish it.
Yeah, but I'm saying percentage-wise.
Yeah. Bankhead from the line this season, 65%.
Yeah, yes, that's decent for college play.
It's a 5-point game. Abraham hustling down the ball. Now let's see if Marquette can increase their lead.
They now have their starting team in there. The start of the game, the start of the second half for Marquette.
Anthony Pieper gets a screen from Abraham. Open is Abraham. He's got it down low.
Give a head and shoulder fake. Now go up. That. He got the head and shoulder fake that time, which they weren't doing in the first half, which creates the foul on Cato.
Faisal rolled after setting the pick out high, and the guards found him.
Here's the replay. Now watch him get the head and shoulder fake now. See him? That's the fake. Now jump into him. Abraham should take a little bit more time with his foul shot. See, plus it's a clothesline, as I said last week. It's like the tenements in the Bronx in New York with your clothes hanging out. You got to give it a little bit of an arch. Faisal, just a little trajectory. A little, that's better. Still low.
It's still a 5-point game.
6 minutes left in the game.
Boy, we have seen a beauty here in Ames, Iowa tonight.
All fouls by Marquette now will be 1-1. Oh, you can't let him shoot from there. That's lucky break for Marquette.
Willoughby gets it again. A new 35 for the Cyclones.
It's going to go down to Pratt this time. There it is. Nope.
Willoughby hit the side of the board. Rebound to Pieper. Gives it to Hutchins. Over to Pieper. He's open and he launches.
That shot. That's
He's got it.
Pat, he loves that shot in movement where there's no hesitation, and he gets it in flow.
Marquette leads by 8. Their biggest lead. 5:15 to play. Another Hutchins assist a minute ago.
They got to find Willoughby wherever Willoughby is. That will be 1-1. 1-1.
Pieper with his 3rd foul. And J.C. Holloway will have a 1-1. Edwards in for Iowa State.
I said, this is the kid that can beat the end of the game. He made 2 3-pointers against Missouri 2-3 days ago when they had that big win down at Missouri in the Big 12.
Marquette on a 24-9 run right now, Coach.
This kid can knock down the threes. He can also knock down the foul shots. JC.
1-1. He missed. That's a big miss.
Ram missed this time in the ball game. There's a light year left. 5 minutes left. I would not go to the clock. It's too soon. There's too much time left. Play your normal game.
Keeper on the left side.
What you want to do is pick up a foul. Whoa, what a great save by Aaron. Keeper let the ball slip out of his hands. 12 seconds left of the clock. Got to look offensively now. Stop daydreaming.
Down to 7. He's going to do something one-on-one. Hutchins missed a 3. It's out of bounds. Iowa State down by 8. 4.5 minutes to play. Oh, the crowd vocally rising to the occasion now.
The key is to overplay Willoughby. He's the guy they want to get to. Overplay him. There he goes. Oh,
Steal, Hutchins.
Great steal by the little general.
One-on-one, Hutchins against Holloway. Missed. Abraham follow. Foul on Abraham.
That's going to be 1-1. I don't think Hutch made a good decision that time. He should have maybe pulled up, but if he made it, we'd all be cheering.
He made the steal at one end. Hutchins then one-on-one with Holloway.
There's the shot. Now Feisel comes right over the back of Edwards.
Edwards has a 1-1. That is team foul number 8 on Marquette. Iowa State has 5.
Edwards taking the foul. Shirt was a medical red shirt last year. He's not an outstanding shooter. He's a role player.
He's 5 out of 9 free throwing this season. He missed another big one, but Pratt scores.
Oh, unbelievable. From the second position to get inside on Abraham. Pratt only really 6'4". If he makes this, I guarantee Iowa State will put pressure on Marquette.
The foul on Jared Levette. That's his 5th. So Jared is gone at the 4:16 mark. Richard Shaw replaces him. Marquette's lead is down to 6. Levette had a solid game with 9 rebounds, and what do you have, 8 points?
Yeah, major league game, major league. He's only a sophomore. Now, if this shot's missed, Marquette got to get the rebound.
Here comes a full court press now.
Yeah, they had to put it out.
Hutchins. They have called an offensive foul on Hutchins.
Wow. One of the reasons on a call like that is the calls in front of the Iowa State bench. It was a close call. Watch it. I say either way, but see, it's right in front of the bench. It's hard for the ref to counter all that noise. All right, you got a 5-point spread. 4:09 left in the game. Arrow favors the Cyclones.
Pratt outside. He's going to penetrate. Pratt forced it. Missed it. It's off the hand of Abraham.
Plus they get a fresh 35-second clock.
Boy, don't go anywhere tonight. 3:51 to play. Marquette leading undefeated Iowa State 62-57. The Marquette basketball broadcast is brought to you in part by Ameritech, your link to better communication. Marquette trying to hang on to a 5-point lead with just under 4 minutes to go, Al.
It's going to be a long 4 minutes because both teams have 2 full timeouts and 2 20s. So get comfortable. Go to the fridge and open up something, whatever it might be that you enjoy. It's going to take a while to play this, but enjoy it because this is the coaching and a player's game. The next 3 minutes and 51 seconds.
Marquette with 10 team fouls. So everything will be a 2-shotter for Iowa State. Iowa State with only 5 team fouls. Iowa State with the ball. They have not lost yet this year.
Marquette's laying off a lot. They can't lay off Holloway. It's going up.
Pratt forced it, but he was fouled. Shaw committing the foul. That's his 4th.
You just got to play him straight. You can't jump or anything. He has too many disco moves. Now don't forget they're in the bonus foul. Now watch his disco moves. He gets the body on you. Now the body's on you. Now you're in tap city. Once he gets the body on you. Now the bonus, that means he gets automatically 2. It's not 1 and 1.
Pratt in the game with 16 points.
Now he makes this foul. It's a 1-possession game. If he misses it, it's a 2-possession game.
Too hard. Shaw tapped it over to Abraham. It's a 4-point lead for Marquette.
That means 2 possessions for the Cyclones to win.
3.5 minutes to play. Anthony Pieper.
You can't sit on the ball. You got to get it down to Crawford.
Hutchins gets a Crawford screen.
You got to take it, Crawford. You got to go uptown.
Crawford fouled before the shot by Bankhead.
Good one. That puts it at 6. Now every foul committed by Iowa State is a 1 and 1. So you understand the game. The arrow favors the Cyclones. The timeouts, you know. Coach along with us.
Common foul on Bankhead. That's his second. Marquette ball. They lead by 4, and they get a fresh 35. Here's another foul. It's going to be a free throw.
They fouled the right man. They fouled Abraham. I believe the foul was on Edwards. Now remember, nobody has 4 fouls. Levette committed 5, so he's sitting on the bench. Abraham has to learn to take his time. If you go to miss right. Don't worry about missing. Everybody misses. The trick is to miss right. He's 0 for 2 from the foul line.
Shaw saved it off the body of Bankhead. It's a Marquette ball.
Good save. Mike Dean wants to put in the shooter. You probably pull out either Shaw or Abraham. Let's see, pulls out Abraham. Good move. He put in the shooter, looking for block and hit from 3-point land. Nice move.
And a much better free throw shooter. 3 minutes to play. Marquette leads by 4. Pieper. Rebound foul on Hutchins, I believe, or Shaw. Shaw.
Foul is on Shaw. Not a good foul. You don't need any time off the clock, and they get 2 foul shots. He was the only guy with 4 fouls, Shaw, so he fouled out.
Abraham to come back in for Shaw. Now both Levette and Shaw have fouled out.
Well, they figure the foul out in this game. Mike Dean's thing is to use the multiple fouls of the baseline, especially on his baseline players that aren't offensively oriented.
Edwards 0 for 1 from the line in the game. Abraham, Faisal with 3 fouls, in case you're wondering. Now it's a 3-point game.
That was a nice shot. There's Coach Tim Floyd. What he's calling is a trap if he makes this foul. A 1-2-1-1. 1-2-1-1 if he makes this foul.
Too hard, but it's a Cyclone ball. Here's Willoughby. Off balance, no good. Rebound to Pieper.
2 guys still underneath. They got to get up, those 2 down below. You got to wait for Crawford, Hutch.
Both Pratt and Crawford ended up in a heap underneath the bucket, back near some of the photographers. They're both okay.
Yeah, they look like mud wrestling down there.
Crawford double teamed and fouled by Pratt.
Too much hands on Pratt that time. He reached in. Fouled the wrong guy.
That's the 8th team foul on the Cyclones. 1 and 1 here for Crawford. Marquette has not scored a point in the last 3 minutes.
That's the one thing that Mike Dean was worried about with Marquette when they go on these offensive droughts. He said he couldn't afford a drought of 5 minutes in any part of this game.
Big free throw by Chris Crawford.
Pulled his hand back kind of fast that time after he took the shot. Gotta leave that hand up there, that arm up there, Crawford. You're now back to a 2-possession game, 4-point spread, 2:32 left.
4-point lead, Marquette. 2.5 minutes to play.
It's Willoughby time.
There he is. Inside to Pratt. Double team. He scores. It's a 2-point game.
Pratt used a nice drop step that time. Got to get the ball to Hutch. Go, Hutch. The numbers are right. Go.
Hutchins slows it down. There was a 2-on-2 there, but he slowed it down.
2-point spread.
Foul on Edwards.
He fouled it. I would say he fouled intentionally on Abraham. Good coaching move, in my opinion. Excellent coaching move. One of the things in that situation, it should be a 2-shot foul, or Abraham should fake an injury so Mike Dean can put in a better foul shooter.
It's only a 1-on-1.
Yeah, he's 0 for 3. Big call by Coach Tim Floyd.
Marquette trying to hang on. Iowa State with the ball. Pratt fouled on the dribble. No basket. Fouled before the shot. He'll have 2.
All Pratt does is try to get his body on you, a la George Thompson of the mid-60s. Once he gets his body on you, you're in trouble. There's the body on you. He did a swim stroke. Should have been called for the swim stroke, but the other foul was committed first. Swim stroke is when you hook your opponent.
Abel Joseph in, replacing Faisal Abraham.
Well, they might foul Abel Joseph intentionally, too. Good move by Mike Dean.
Iowa State has 9 team fouls, Coach, so no matter who they foul, Marquette's going to get 2 free throws from here on out.
Yeah, both teams will shoot the bonus. And the bonus is too soon. I've said that at the Wisconsin game. It should be about 13 before it comes in. It's too important.
Pratt missed the first. 63-61, Marquette leading. 1:47 to play. Now it's a 1-point game.
Here's the 1-2-1. Oh, be careful of your passing. You got to be patient. 10 seconds is forever. Don't kill your dribble. Keep your dribble alive.
Crawford is fouled by Bankhead.
For you young guys and girls out there, don't kill your dribble. Once you kill your dribble, they're going to double team you. You got to keep your dribble alive. Good move by the Golden Eagles of putting the ball in Crawford's hands because he's one of the better foul shooters.
He has 2. He is 1 for 2 in the game.
I don't like the way he's moving his arm. It doesn't seem confident enough. Stand up there and say, a piece of apple pie. Put some ice cream on it. Let me take this shot. Put it in the scorer's book.
Mike Dean called a quick 20. What do you think he wanted to talk about?
Probably what he was trying to set here is to say, if he makes this shot, don't allow a 3-point shot down the other end. Okay, and the second thing, he wants to set up a defense off the shot. If he makes the shot, maybe he might scramble at half court. He might. I doubt it, but he might. But the key is to tell him, if we make this one, don't bury on the 3-ball. That means come out and play in the guy's jock and 3-ball area.
Marquette leads by 2. Crawford has 1 more free throw. Our next telecast is coming up on January the 30th from South Florida, when the Golden Eagles take on the South Florida Bulls. Marquette will play a home game this Thursday against DePaul at the Bradley Center.
I would have moved in Abraham early. I wouldn't have waited this long. They still can get him in. Good. I would have moved Abraham for defensive purposes in.
Crawford looked good on that free throw.
That last one he looked. The other ones he looked like a duck flying with a broken wing.
Now it's a 3-point game. 1:35 to play.
Now they want to bury into Holloway. They want to bury into Willoughby. Willoughby look for the 3-pointer. Want to double down on Pratt. I let Edwards have the ball. I get the ball in Edwards' hands. Now I lay off him a little bit. He comes at you. Yep. There's a double down.
Pratt scores.
Oh, what a shot. Dynamite shot. Prime time shot.
Almost everybody is standing here at the Hilton Coliseum. Timeout, Marquette.
It's going to be a full timeout or a 20. It's a full timeout.
It is a full. We'll be back with 1:04 to play. Marquette leading by the barest of margins. Marquette leading by 1 with 1 minute and 4 seconds to play in the game. What a game it's been. Take us into the Marquette huddle, Coach.
First of all, he's going to take a Faisal out. He's going to put quick guys in, spread it out. He took Faisal out. He put Bargan in, and he put JC in, John Cliff. So they got 5 scorers out there, but what they got is 5 good foul shooters, or decent foul shooters. This is a one-possession game.
The shot clock is down to 15. Here's Anthony Pieper.
Crawford can take Edwards. He can kick it down to him. You're waiting too long, Marquette. You're waiting too long. Get it to Crawford.
Shot clock down to 4. Bargan had it chopped away. It's on the floor. It's loose.
Oh.
And it is going to be out of bounds off of Kenny Pratt. Great hustle by John Cliff. It's a Marquette ball.
Plus the difference in the game is 1 second, 1.3 seconds. So a 35-second clock if you take it down. There's 36.3 seconds left in the game. You're allowed 35 seconds with the ball. If they leave you alone, I take it down for a Hail Mary shot. If they leave you alone. But when you're on the road, Pat, you got to play to win. You don't play for overtime. On the road, you play to win. On the road, you don't drive for your last shot. On the road, you pull up. If you're at home, you drive for your last shot.
Al, do you think the officials are discussing how much time should be on the shot clock?
I think they want to show they know what they're doing, so they're going to add a couple of seconds on. There's the foot out of bounds. Good call by the ref. His foot was out of bounds. They'll put 2 seconds on to have a lot of fun.
Tim Floyd is probably saying with that last possession, Marquette never got a ball up on the rim. Therefore, the shot clock should have expired. That's what Tim Floyd is saying, I believe.
Tim Floyd is right, but I thought there was enough possession just before that to maybe create a new clock.
Bargan had the shot slip. He had it blocked by Pratt.
Now watch.
Now by about this time right here, the shot clock would have expired.
Obviously. Would have been close. Would have been a close call. About 3 seconds left.
And
but they shouldn't go by TV. I thought they weren't allowed to do that. But these are good officials. They're not going to screw anybody. They'll do what's right.
Don
Rutledge is looking at it. Don Rutledge, and the other guy is Rutger.
Steve Welmer and Tom Rucker and Don Rutledge. They are trying to get it right. Now here, the shot clock is down to 2 at that point. Now it's down. Once it got down to 2, it was reset by the gentleman on the clock.
Yeah, the guy running the clock made a mistake. He thought that the Cyclones had possession. I'll straighten it out if you want to talk to me. Now, taking 2 coaches. Refs cannot talk to one coach alone. They bring both coaches together. Now they'll explain to both coaches. They're saying to both coaches, I think the shot clock guy swung to 35 too soon, thinking with the inside position of the 3 red and gold jerseys on the inside. This could be Mike Dean's biggest win if it becomes reality. He might have to also judge his win against Cincinnati in his first year.
Al, there are only 2 seconds on the shot clock right now. Marquette doesn't get a new 35. 2 seconds on the shot clock, so they got to do something very quickly.
I keep it up in the air. I shoot up in the air. Float it in. Call timeout.
John Cliff missed.
Plenty of time left.
It's a 1-point Marquette lead. John Cliff missed a little 6-footer that time. Tough shot.
Put it up nice. What a 20-second timeout by Tim Floyd. I look for Mike Dean right now to alternate his defense. What's happening right now, what I would do, Tim Floyd is setting up against the defense they've been facing for the last 19 minutes and 35 seconds. Give him a new face. Give him a combo. Overplay Willoughby and play in front of Pratt, not behind him. Let's see if he does it.
Willoughby has 23 points. Pratt has 21. The rest of the Iowa State team has only 20.
If Iowa State scores, obviously Marquette calls a timeout. Obviously.
Marquette leads by 1. 26 seconds to play.
A jump ball, Iowa State has it. Now you got to play. Here comes Willoughby. You got to play him. You got to play in front of Pratt. Look.
Bankhead.
I let him have it. I wouldn't overplay him.
13 seconds.
Pratt has good position underneath. You got to get in front of him. Nice double team. Great double team.
Pieper the steal. Pieper is fouled.
Pratt hooked his foot. That should be a two-shot foul.
It is, I believe.
Pratt hooked his foot. There's 4.3 seconds left.
What a steal by Pieper. And Pieper will have 2 free throws. And Marquette will still get the ball back, I believe, on the intentional foul, Al.
What happened, Tim will call a timeout to try to ice Pieper. What I would do with Pieper right now is don't let him sit down, push him around, put 2 ISOs, have 2 balls at the end of the bench, and throw 2 balls, one at a time at the guy. This keeps you warm and sweating and stops you from thinking. Right now, those guys that huddle for Marquette should be pushing and shoving Pieper. Push and shove him. Keep pushing him. I wouldn't be surprised they don't even call another timeout. They're allowed to ice people more.
Here's the steal, Coach.
It's a double team steal. They try a double here. And there's the hook by Pratt. Meanwhile, Pieper was trying to call a timeout. As I said earlier, this could be Mike Dean's biggest win, even bigger than his win against Cincinnati. You're talking about the 4th best team in the country. You're talking about the Hilton Coliseum here, where they don't lose. They only lost 1 game in their history here to a non-conference team, and that was to Iowa in the Big Ten last year.
Pieper will have 2 free throws on the resumption of play. Marquette leads by 1 with 4.3 seconds to play.
Now, if he makes both shots, I look for Iowa State to throw the ball to half court, call another timeout.
Coach, we're being told now that it was not deemed to be an intentional foul. Therefore, he'll shoot 2. But even if he makes them both, Iowa State gets the ball back.
Oh, yeah, wasn't it? No, it was a foul. It was just a simple foul. He reached out and caught his foot.
Now they have reset the clock.
Reset the clock.
They've added a couple of seconds.
Oh, that's big time.
6.7.
See, anything under 4, 4.3 can just about run the court. All the way down. 6.7, you got plenty of time. You're going to get a decent shot.
Let's talk Marquette's defense after the free throws.
I don't know if you're going to be allowed to talk because they make the free throws. I think Iowa State will just motor up. Don't allow them to reset. All Mike is talking about now over there, Mike Dean from Marquette, all he's saying is that, hey, if we make both these free throws, let them play them backwards. That means, by playing them backwards, that means when you're in the 3-ball area, play the opposite guy. Let the guy go in. He doesn't want to go in because it's only a 2-point basket. Play him backwards, and no fouls underneath. Let them have it. Now, I don't know if the fans understand playing backwards. Putting those 2 seconds, I was wondering what Mike was getting upset about over there. That was what he's upset about. That's a huge 2 seconds. Listen up out there. You know what 2 seconds is? 1001, 1002. That's a lot. That's a lot. I did the game in the NCAA the year before last when Edney had 4.3 seconds. And the only reason they could do it in the last minute of the NCAA, they stopped the clock after a basket. For 4.3 seconds, you can get from one end to the other. Dribble.
That's when he made that driving layup at the end of the game for UCLA?
Put them into the finals, and then they ended up winning the finals.
Where was that? Out in Washington somewhere?
No, it was at the Idaho. I was at
Idaho.
Not Billings.
Boise?
Boise, Idaho. They were upset with me out there because I said I wouldn't like to return.
Pieper has 2. Marquette leads by 1. 6.7 seconds to play.
Nice concentration with his eyes. Look at his eyes. Let's catch his eyes. Nice concentration with his eyes.
Here's the big one right here.
What he's doing, he's locking his eyes in the front of that rim. Let's catch his eyes this time. We can.
The leading scorer in the history of high school basketball in the state of Wisconsin. He's got a couple.
Cryer. I drop back. I drop back. Back. Now no foul. Leave him go.
Willoughby. A three. No good. It's all over. The buzzer sounds. This ball game should be over. That's it. Marquette wins. The Golden Eagles have beaten the Cyclones by a score of 67-64.
That was a combination of players and Mike Dean. Mike Dean did not make a mistake in the whole ball game. They were very fortunate getting in at halftime. That's why they won the ball game. They should have been down 12 or 14 points at halftime rather than 5, Pat.
There were 5 undefeated teams in the NCAA. Now there are only 4.
Marquette, welcome to the top 25 in the country.
They've won 8 in a row. A very impressive win here in Ames. We'll be back.